Hello everybody, I hope you're all well. I thought I'd make a pizza. I'm going to show you making it from scratch, so you're going to make your own dough. This particular dough doesn't use yeast, so you don't need any prolonged time of waiting for it to rise, then knead, then rise, etc. This can be done quite quickly and served up onto your plate within about half an hour from scratch. So what you'll be needing is 1 1/4 cups of plain flour, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of cold water. I've just literally got this out of the tap, hasn't got to be really cold, and just 1/2 tablespoon of olive oil. Now if you're making this up and literally putting it straight into the oven after you've done your dough, then you'll be wanting to set the temperature to 200 Celsius on your oven. But you can make the dough up and store it in an airtight container, and you can use it within 3 days. So that's up to you. So let's do the dough first. I'll just get my bowl, move these things to the side. There we go. Now first thing we need to do is add in our plain flour and our salt and our baking powder. I'll just give that a quick mix. Now we need to mix our olive oil and our water together in there. Just use one of my measuring spoons because I haven't got anything else on me at the minute. Give that a bit of a mix. Now you don't necessarily need to add all the water. Just add what you need, so just do it slowly. What you want is a nice pliable dough. You might find that you've got some water left over, or you might find you need extra water, which is fine. It's going to vary depending on whether it's what sort of flour you're using, what make. So that will all come into count, and also what the temperature is. So just keep mixing that till it's about right. If you do find you've added too much water, then just add some more flour. And if you haven't got enough water, then just go and get some more and add a bit more. I think that might be enough, I don't know, I'm just going to have to check with my hands. It's the best way of telling really if you've got enough. Get that off there. Make sure you've got clean hands. Can you just need a little bit more water? Added a bit too much then, didn't I? So what I need to do now is I need to now add a little bit more flour, because I've just poured in a little bit too much then. So I'm just going to get a bit more flour. There we go. So we need to do now is we just need to give that a bit of a knead, which this is quite a big bowl, so I can just do it straight in the bowl, or you can turn it out onto your work surface. If you put it onto your work surface, make sure you add a bit of flour on the surface first. And that basically is the dough part done. Now you can, like I said at the beginning, you can just now roll it out or shape it and basically put your toppings on and pop it into the oven, or you can just keep it in the fridge for up to 3 days in an airtight container or cling film wrap or whatever you're using. I'm going to use it tonight for dinner, so I'm going to put it into an airtight container and use it probably in about 4 hours. So there we go, so that's our dough. So I was going to put it into my container, and I'll come back to that in about 4 hours when I get it out of the fridge to turn into the pizza for tonight. I'll see you in a bit. So I'm going to make the pizza up now. So I've just got this out of the fridge. I had mine in there for 8 hours in total, but you can leave it in the fridge for up to 3 days and it will be absolutely fine. So what we need to do is need to give it a little bit of a knead, and then we can then shape it. So I'm just going to get my bowl because I found it easy to knead it in last time. Right, it's quite cold. There we go. It doesn't need much, it just needs to be, just give it a little bit of a, like that. There we go. So depending on what you're going to cook it on, depending on what sort of shape you need to put it into. So I'm going to be using this dish, so I just need to make sure I shape it to fit on this. So it's no good me doing a great big round one because it's obviously not going to fit. So I'm just going to get it into shape. There. Obviously life would be a lot easier if you had a rolling pin, but we got there. So that's the shape I'm going for. Not perfect, but it doesn't matter. So what I now need to do is put the tomato base on it. You can use a variety of stuff. You can just use a normal tomato sauce that you got in your fridge, or you can use a tomato puree, or if you've got a jar of some sort of tomato based product, you can actually use that as well. I normally just use a normal tomato sauce because I always have it in the fridge, but I do actually at this moment in time I do have some tomato puree because I had to do another recipe with it, so I'm going to use that. So you just need to squirt that all over, and you can put as much or as little as you want on. Don't have to put any on if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you. Then you just need to spread it out. They quite like the tomato, so I'll probably add quite a bit. I want to add a bit more than this actually, so I'm going to go for a bit more. Ooh. Being clumsy. And there we have it. Got some on my thing I'm not able to get off, am I? There we go. Now the next thing we need to do is add whatever cheese you like. I'm going to be adding just a normal cheddar cheese. My brain went blank then. I'm just using a normal cheddar cheese. Use whatever cheese you like, or whatever, you know, whatever you got in your fridge. Mozzarella cheese is really nice, so you just need to sprinkle this on top. Put as much or as little as you like. Again, there's no rules with putting pizza toppings on. So sprinkle this all over. I like to get it to be quite covered, as you can probably tell. Like that. Just make sure it's sort of like evenly distributed. There. There's a little bit left, so I'll put that on there. There we go. Now next, I'm going to add the other bit of the topping. That I'm going to do what we call in the UK as Hawaiian pizza, which is ham and pineapple. Obviously put whatever you like on yours. So I'm just gonna, I've broken up some pieces of ham, or shredded them up rather. So I'm just going to put these on just randomly. Peppers are nice if you want to do sort of like a vegetarian sort of pizza. You can put peppers and tomatoes and all those sort of things on. Whatever you like. Chicken, if you like chicken. Or you could just put different types of cheeses. You don't have to put anything like this on at all. There we go. That, and then we've got some pineapple. I've just used tinned pineapple. I'm just going to place all over. I have washed my hands before I do this, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. So use it all up. I've got a few pieces left in here. There. That looks alright, doesn't it? Right, now what we need to do is pop that into the oven. You want it to be 200 Celsius, and it will take roughly about 20 minutes. But obviously everybody's ovens are slightly different, so do keep an eye on that. And I'll be back in a bit when it's cooked. And here we are, just taking it out of the oven. It looks absolutely delicious and it smells amazing. So I'm going to get it cut up, and I can't wait to tuck in. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and you do give it a go. Let me know if you do and what toppings you put on it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Right, I'm going to get this cut up.